orgasm, but can you control other things that your penis does, like being hard or soft?
You can exert some control over it, but it, you know, kind of has a life of its own as well. There are some clinical physiological problems that some men have, but a lot of the issues that show up in my therapy room are because men are anxious about performance.
What can we do if we are experiencing problems where, you know, maybe we are getting erectile dysfunction, or as a partner, what can we help with our partner?
Yeah. The first thing is not to put pressure on ourselves or our partner. The more we create performance anxiety, the more our nervous system goes into fight and flight, the more our penis is going to go, I'm out of here, right?
Yes.
So the more pressure that people feel, men feel on themselves, the more they put on themselves, the less likely they are to have an erection.
How can you get rid of that pressure though?
So recognizing that it's normal that not always, the penis doesn't always have to be erect. It doesn't even have to be erect all the time during a sexual experience, like I say.
Yeah.
And to recognize that whatever you're experiencing is probably normal, and that if you just trust that and stop thinking about, oh, I've got to get hard, I've got to get hard, that's the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Because that's just creating, it's a biofeedback loop that's creating more pressure, more anxiety.
What about on the other side of the spectrum? What if you're having premature ejaculation?
Interesting, that's also very often linked to performance anxiety. Some people have medical issues, some people have, are avoiding intimacy. And if intimacy is difficult for people, then it might be like, oh, I just want to get this out of the way as fast as possible, so I'll ejaculate my way away from intimacy.
Yeah.
So that's one reason.
Over and done with.
Yeah. Because it can be really vulnerable. I mean, it can obviously be hot and yummy, but it can also be really vulnerable. Early ejaculation problems usually arise from that or from these performance pressures.
So how could you like prolong that? Like, do you just have to get rid of those pressures, or are there other ways that you can kind of teach yourself to last longer?
Yeah, for early ejaculation, most men are tending to focus their energy very much in the genitals. So their awareness and attention is down there in the genitals, particularly at the tip of the penis, which is the most sensitive part of the penis anyway. So if you want to focus on your genitals, focus more on the shaft of your penis rather than the tip. But I would say focus more on the whole body experience. It's not just your genitals that are having sex, it's hopefully your whole body that's in the experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, right? They're not just like out there in space doing their own thing. They're connected to a whole body. And we tend to, as men, we tend to get, particularly I think as men, we tend to get very focused on the genitals. And that means it's like, can you imagine like all the attention's on, and then it's a bit like being under the spotlights. You feel like, oh my God, all the attention's on me, I have to perform now. And that creates problems. Right?